in the gray area. This is the dairy thing. Dairy is sort of in the gray area for me. Strict, we don't do like the paleo diet that you can find online or in the paleo diet book. We do probably closer to the primal blueprint, primal sort of diet. And one of the things is dairy. Strict paleo people won't do dairy. I don't think that dairy is all that bad as long as it's whole fat, especially if it's raw, which I don't know if you can even find raw milk anywhere around here, but a lot of people in other countries drink it raw, and they don't really have the effects that we have from especially low-fat dairy that's really high in sugar. Milk is one of those things that we know spikes the blood sugar really fast if it's low-fat. If it's regular milk with the full fat content, then it's not, it doesn't really have that big of an effect on our glucose level. So, the biggest thing on here is stuff that doesn't have lactose in it. A lot of people are lactose intolerant because milk is one of those things, especially bovine milk, is one of those things that's really new in our diet. You can imagine that people who didn't herd cattle would have a hard time milking the cow. So until that stuff became part of our culture, and the theory is that Europeans were the last people to do that, and so a lot of Americans are lactose intolerant. A lot of Western European people are lactose intolerant because it just hadn't been in our diet that long. And so try to stay away from anything with lactose as much as possible, unless it's full fat. And the same goes with cheeses. Try to say if you're going to eat cheese, make it be whole cheese, not a low-fat cheese. That'll keep the insulin response lower. I do eat some cheeses sometimes, and I think they're okay. I also am one of those persons that I used to drink gallons of milk. I drink milk constantly when I was younger. I don't drink it anymore. You can substitute like almond milk or something like that if you really think you need it. The moral of the story is stay away from low-fat dairy, and I would limit any dairy at all, but especially low-fat. Butter and heavy creams, that kind of stuff is great. I use butter. If I'm cooking vegetables, I use butter all the time. And it's good. It stands up to heat well. Doesn't have any lactose in it. It's pretty much whole, just fat. It's natural fat. There's nothing wrong with it. Butter's great. Don't get margarine. Don't get low-fat. Any low-fat spread. If it says spread, it comes in a tub. That's not butter. Get like a stick of butter and real simple. All right. So the next thing, alcohol. I get this from a lot of my clients too. They're like, I don't want to get rid of drinking beer or whatever. Alcohol. My suggestion is, we know that wine is not really that bad for you, especially if it's not that much. So stick to fruit-based alcohol if you're going to do alcohol. Stay away from wheat-based stuff like beer.
It's totally paleo.
It's from yes.
There you go. And also whiskeys that are made out of a lot of liquid made out of corn. Stay away from that kind of stuff. If you need it, every now and then, go with some wine or something like that. Coffee's another one of those things. I don't think it's that bad. I drink coffee. I think as long as you don't drink a whole lot of it, you're going to be okay. We do find in some studies that people who drink a whole lot of coffee have a really high insulin response. And I think as long as it's a couple of cups a day, you're fine. But if you get to like 10 cups or 12 cups a day, you're kind of back off. If it's like something that you're addicted to, you can't go your day without it. And I would say just get rid of it until you can control it.
And go to sleep.
Go to sleep, yeah. Alright, so eggs, the good stuff, the stuff that we want to eat. Eggs are wonderful, good source of protein. Like I explained before, I don't think the cholesterol is bad at all. What?
That's a good question.
Yes.
So if I like tea,
Yes.
I'm assuming tea is okay.
Tea is good as long as you don't put sugar.
I put honey in it.
You could, I wouldn't do a whole lot of it though. Like every now and then, honey is one of those things. Honey, maple syrup, we use the sweet stuff, but agave too, but still, even that stuff, that's a lot of sugar. So it's not something I would do every day. Yeah, every now and then, if you're trying to lose weight especially, every now and then is okay, but